Welcome to your intuitive energy reading for the week of November 24th. Make sure you tune into the podcast this week. On Tuesday, we have Master Nick Eagle, who talked about his book, The Golden uh, Laws of Enlightenment and Stepping into Your Power. And then on Thursday, we welcomed David Cunningham, and we're talking about Your Love Does Matter. So, really interesting podcasts. So hope you like those. And so the cards I chose this week are The Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron-Reid. And so the cards that were chosen for the collective when I asked, the first one is the Chess Queen, Trust and strategizing. So, what I am picking up with this card is that it's really time to start trusting yourself and the moves that you're making. So, strategizing in life and what are these moves that you do want to make to bring that enlightenment to yourself. And so, as you can see, there's a lot of gold in there. And so, that to me is really talking about tuning into your own intuition, that kind of thing, planting seeds with the green and looking at your health matters and really just trusting those kind of things. And it's like you have been kind of figuring out what the moves are that you want to make. And this is the week to really look into those moves and what are they going to be and start planning for the future, because we always need to be thinking sometimes about 3 or 4 steps ahead of ourselves so that we're going down the right path. And then if something changes or we get an obstacle in the way, that we can shift according to that. So the next card that I came up is the Phoenix, Resurrection, Surrender, and Change. So, should I find the right spot? So, really, what this card is talking about is about rising from the ashes. So, it's almost like at some point in this last little while, it's like you felt like you are just burned to the ground. It's like everything was too heavy, too much, too everything. And so now you're just rising from the ashes. And the best way to do this is just surrender to it, surrender to the changes in life and surrender to the changes that are around us, because we can never fully have control over what the environment is around us unless we're hibernating by ourselves, and that's not a healthy thing. So it is just talking about picking up the pieces and rising again and just surrendering to the divine to show you the path that you are actually meant to be on, to your highest and best. And then thirdly is the Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, and detachment, but it came in upside down. So what I am picking up with this is that basically you are trying to be so laser focused on things that it's like you're not hitting the mark because there's things that you're not taking in. So it's like you're walking through life with the blindfolds on. And so it's just asking you to take a step back. And again, like the previous card, is have that detachment to the outcome and just allow it to arrive and surface the way that it's supposed to do. And when we detach from the way things are supposed to show up, most times they show up even more beautifully than we had actually imagined, right? So when we're looking at, making changes in relationships or paths that we're going down on our career, or it could just be as simply as trying to bring some positive energy and some health and things like that into our lives, the more that we are open to it and we detach from the way that it's going to be, the more that we can bring the people and the situations into our lives that are going to help us to get there. So I hope that that gives you some stuff for this week. And if there's anything else you want to hear, make sure you drop us a DM and let us know. And if these are resonating for you, we'd love to hear back from you about that as well. So have a magical week, and we will see you on the next one.